What's up, guys? Luke the mechanic here, and we're in the Honda today. About to go pick up Jeff and Ray from the train station, and we'll show you what's good. Stay tuned. So I totally just lied. They're meeting me at the house. They drove. I thought they were taking the train, but apparently not. So they're at my house right now. We'll see them in like 3 seconds. It's like, what, 4 or 5 hours later. So I met up with Jeff at my house because he didn't take the train, and then we went to the base, but by the time we got to the base, the hobby shop was closing. I was like way off for the time. So now we're at his house with the car, and we're going to do an all-nighter. Install suspension for sure. Maybe exhaust, I'm not sure if it's gonna fit because it's USDM exhaust on a JDM car. It might be a little different, but you probably already know by the title of this video as to whether it fits or not. So we just got here. We're gonna let the car cool down because it's hot. It was like an hour drive to get here. Everybody's inside chilling. We're about to go inside, or I'm about to go inside, relax for a little bit because it's really hot, and then we'll get going on this. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Alright, so it's been about like 30 minutes maybe, I'm not sure. We're gonna get started. I'm gonna start by jacking it up in the back only, and then put some jack stands, and I'm gonna see if this exhaust fits first. Try and match it up with the hangers and go from there. So we got the exhaust pretty much like laid in the position where it needs to be, and you can see here's the hangers on the actual new exhaust, and then you go up and you can see there's probably about a 2-inch difference, and then even when you come back here where the bend in the exhaust is, it actually needs to be about 2 inches further back, which I kind of knew was going to happen. So basically what I need to do is get a test pipe that's 2 inches longer from the USDM Integras, because this is being a USDM exhaust for the B18 non-VTEC motor. Other than that, everything's the same. The hangers are all lined up. It's just the cat is different, so we're going straight pipe on it. No cat, will just be a test pipe. So this will have to be for another day, and I'll have to source one of those out. But we're gonna move on to suspension because that's easy. So I'm gonna start breaking this wheel off and go from there. Having the e-brake set helps out a lot because I already had this jacked up. I would have sucked. You're a big tool. So cute. Tools are rolling away.
Which one?
The jack handle. Yeah, see? This guy. 1 bolt. And then we gotta get the 2 up top from the inside of the car. And let's see what size this is. It looks like a 14 maybe? 14. We'll try it. Like he didn't send me all the stuff I asked for. That's like the most important one I told him to get. Damn it, Dre. Killing me. Wrenches? Why did you send me Craftsman and China tools? I have all these snap-on tools and you sent me garbage. Dre, I'm gonna strangle you.
Include that commentary, sir.
Dre, you suck. So you got that side?
It's coming.
So I got this side like started, but For whatever reason, it's like jammed in there. Let's see if we can't release some of the pressure on the strut and get that bolt out. Here, you wanna
Wind it.
crank on it, and I'll not just give it until it touches. I feel like Haggard Garage right now. Oh. Yeah. And if you want to do that. Oh yeah, baby. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
So I thought this was pretty cool. We just got the bolt out, and it has like this little spot of like factory Loctite, I guess you want to say. But it's just in that one spot in a little tiny circle. Thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, on to the next one. We are the top portion of the strut suspension. You got the 2 bolts on the side, or nuts. Basically I just had a plastic cover over here and I just popped that off. And had this little rubber condom looking thing over the top.
Said the word.
I did say the condom. Get over here and do work. I can't hold the flashlight, the camera, and wrench.
Guess what I got though?
You got a light? Oh,
I got a big old light.
You got a clippy thing though.
I just don't know where to clip it.
Here,
Jesus.
don't burn yourself. Will that work? Clip it on the hanger. Man, we're doing work here now.
Okay.
That'll work for this side. Oh, see? Look at that.
Got some swavel.
Swag.
Alright, what you need me to do?
Take the nuts off on that side. Nope, the other way. Pull it towards you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know.
Playing with you.
Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work because it's. Did it loosen it? Nope, it's just breaking it. Dre,
Knuckle.
Dre, can you? You can't see because the thing won't focus.
Dang it.
But
No
Dre,
focus.
this wrench you sent me is shaved down on one side. You can't see it, but I can see it, and it doesn't work. So.
But look at this one.
Attempt number 2 at ratchet.
Oh, boy.
It worky?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I just can't seat the socket. Kind of digging this lighting.
You like it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that like a reading light?
Actually, I think we got it because of the turtles that we used to have.
Turtle. I like turtles.
No.
You ain't no redhead with freckles. Alright, so basically we're in here and we're ready to take it out, but because it's so tall, it doesn't come out, so we're gonna have to, I'm gonna just unbolt this upper link, which I'm not even facing the camera at. And this whole thing will fold out at a better angle. This lighting is horrible. Alright.
And maybe you can clip it onto that.
Way better. Way better. Figures like the one time that I actually need my light, I didn't bring it with me.
This is really good exercise for my wrist, actually. I'm really glad that this is like not impossible.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Jeff was in a bicycle accident and broke his wrist and had stitches and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, if you can even see that, who cares?
So yeah, he's still out doing his physical therapy and trying to get full motor skills of his wrist again. So I guess this is good for it. We're doing work. It's still, should be able to get it now. This guy again.
Got it.
Okay. Yes, sir. You want to do it?
There you go. Perfect.
Cool.
Nice and easy.
All right, she's out. So you can see the difference between the two in length. So we already know this thing's gonna be pretty low. I'm not sure, this should be a fixed unit. So it's like the old school style suspension where I know a lot of this, the newer stuff, the base of it is threaded and then you have the center threading and then a second set of locks for the spring so you can do the, what do you call it? Adjustment. Well, you have like the initial adjustment. I'm forgetting what it's called right now, but this is just one adjustment. So these locking rings basically adjust the height. So without knowing how this is going to sit, and you can already tell this is a good, what, like 2.5 inches of drop without even touching anything. So I think just based off that, it's going to be a 2-inch drop minimum. And then I'm just going to put the preload, that's what I'm talking about, the preload on the spring. Basically just going to put these locks barely touching up against it so that it's putting minimal pressure. And then I'm just going to lock it down as is because I don't want it too stiff. Alright, so we got the rears out, but we can't put the new ones in. We ran into some complications. We're going to have to run to the store in the morning. But because it's so late right now, we can't go, so we're on the fronts. I kind of forgot to bring the camera out for this because I kind of just wanted to get it done. But we got the wheel off, and the front have this fork looking thing right here. It goes around the input shaft or the axle. And then there's one bolt. We already got the nut off on this side, and then I'm going to take this 14 off of here to unbolt the fork. We won't be able to use this. I got new forks for DC2. So, like I was trying to explain to him.
Is the D12 okay?
Yes. You can see that 12mm right there for the brake line. It's actually attached to the strut. There's actually 2 of them, one on the front and one on the rear. We're gonna go ahead and take that out as well. Probably can't see anything I'm doing, but I'm getting that second because I already got the first one. And I'm getting the second one, which is kind of behind it and underneath.
But it's not like I can. And I feel like if you're looking like this, you can't even see.
Alright, so brake line is free, as you can see. I'm a poet, and you didn't know it. And then we just got the bottom bolt that holds the fork in. It's already loose, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get it pulled out the rest of the way. Alright, so here's a side-by-side comparison of the two. Not much of a difference, or not as drastic as the rears. It's still maybe 1/2 inch difference, but the main difference is the forks. This is a DC2 fork, and this is the DA fork, and the only real difference is the diameter of the base where it slides in, and you can actually see there's quite a difference. I'm also worried about is this doesn't have the slots for the brake lines, so we're gonna have to work on something with that. Zip ties might be our friends. More creepy stories. Zip ties. Alright, so the fronts are installed. I'm not gonna know until I get it completely on the ground tomorrow how the ride height is. This side I kind of just set the preload so that it's barely touching the spring, like I plan on doing on the rear. And on this side we kind of put it like all the way down. And I think I might end up going a little bit higher on this side and a little bit lower on the other side, because I'm planning on getting bigger tires with bigger sidewall. Some big ol' meats. So that's it for today. I'm not sure what time it is, but we're gonna get back to it tomorrow after we get to go to the store, pick up a few things. This kit didn't come with, or these coils didn't come with the tool that I need to adjust them properly, so I'm gonna hopefully get that tomorrow at Up Garage, and we'll see you tomorrow to finish this off. Alright guys, this is the next day. It's kind of windy, kind of sprinkling a little bit. We got started a little while ago. We went to a local store and I had to pick up a grinder with a blade on it, or not a blade, but a grinding blade on it. And basically what we're doing is taking down the edge of this bushing a bit, because it's not fitting in between our lower control arms. So it took maybe, I can't even put a measurement on it because it's so thin, a 1/16 off of it to get it in, and we got the other one in already. Yeah, I'm gonna continue working on the other side, and then once we get this thing down on the ground, I'll come back to you.
Don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. It's the way you be, it's the way you make me feel. When you smile and give it to me, now you're mine alone. You
Are you racketing? Oh, darn it. Darn it. Sideways angle. It's focusing. Too quiet.
It's too quiet. I don't like it. It's not fun.
It's supposed to be a blog.
It's a blah.
It's supposed to be talking.
It's a blah.
Boring. Yeah, if you like quiet videos, follow me here on Luke the Mechanic. Yeah. Yeah. And cut. Moment of truth. See how slimy this thing is? You already took that side up? Scared? Alright, so what? 2 days worth of suspension, whatever else. I'll get it out of this driveway here in a little bit because there's too much stuff so you can't really see the big picture. But I definitely need some wheel spacers or something. Those are kind of tucked in there quite a bit.
It's tucked.
Tucked, but it sits perfect. It sits really low, but not too low. I'm not gonna be scraping everywhere I go. What are you thinking?
Thinking I can't wait to see it rolling.
Hopefully it rides good. It's the problem kind of with buying used stuff, but Up Garage is pretty good. They usually test all their stuff prior to selling it, so it should be good to go. Hopefully it handles just as well. I'm kind of stoked.
flipping.
So first, like initial feel, the back is definitely stiffer than the front. Doesn't ride really bad or anything. Like straight zoomed in on my face.
Pretty much.
I'm trying to put my seatbelt on. Let me help my neighbor out.
Thanks, man.
Welcome.
So helpful. This sound is so strong.
This sounds so stock. It's alright, we'll save that for another video because I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be like 50 hours long.
5-0.
So
50.
if you guys are still here at this point, shout out to you.
You the real MVP.
The viewer who loves the long videos. Shifting even feels better because there's less play in the body. I don't know, I can't really explain it. Suspension doesn't move as much, so it feels tighter everywhere, not in just the handling. But I'm gonna have to wait for another day to get some handling videos. This is what we're gonna call it. I'm gonna call this success, other than some minor adjustments I'm gonna need to do down the line as I drive it more, get a better feel for it. Yes. But I'm gonna turn it over to Jeff, let him close it out how he sees fit. Surprise, mother.
Oh, sure. So this was a win for the team. Like, dang. I can't get to the record button. That was gonna be my finish out. Okay, I got it. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.